Hello to everyone watching and listening around the world, and welcome. My name is Puin Pat. You can refer me as Jedi. I am Project Administration for IMA International. So today I'm speaking with Senior Consultant and Lecturer, Graciano Soares, about his interest, work, and thoughts about the world. Graciano has interest in technology, in educations, and his consultancy work focuses management in development training. We really enjoy working with Graciano at IMA, so I'm really excited to be finding out more about him and his interest today. So hello, Graciano, and thank you for speaking with me today.
Hello, Jedi. It's very nice to be here.
So today I got some questions for you about you and your work. So first of all, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your work, please?
I do a mixture of things. I do some lecturing at university. I do some lecturing at the Brighton and Sussex Medical School, but also the School of Business and Law. I also work quite a lot on a private sort of position as a coach. So I work a lot with sort of aspiring managers looking to understand more about the world of business and how to prepare themselves for taking on leadership positions.
That's really interesting. So then what's in your life that led you to where you are now?
I suppose I think I've always had a real drive to achieve from my very sort of humble beginnings back in Brazil, coming from a family of 7 children with very sort of limited resources available. I was lucky enough to have a very good education and sort of understand different ways that people had access to resources. And for me, I think what's led to where I am now is this very personal drive and being really inspired by I would say by the women around my upbringing, my aunts and nanny and my mum herself, to make sure that I could always do something good for myself and for other people.
That's really humbling and interesting answer. Because I'm also international person myself, so I'm like my family is also like from like overseas, like Thailand and Chinese. So yeah, I can I can relate to that for a little bit. Yeah. So what are you inspired by in all your work and all the stuff?
That's such an interesting question. Very often, I don't know, sometimes I felt that I was inspired by people I saw achieving a lot, perhaps things that I didn't have. But I think that with experience, what inspires me really is seeing excellence in people. It's like seeing people at their best, performing at their best, but also being themselves. So for me, that is my source of inspiration. And I do so many different things, but on my sort of my free time, very often I am found in my allotment digging and planting. I love that thing of growing my own vegetables. I eat my own food quite a lot, yeah. But just like last time on a Saturday I was there, in 5 minutes I met this sort of an older lady who in 5 minutes she managed to find out a lot more about me than many people I've been working for over 17 years. So I just found out, wow, that is the kind of conversational skills that I feel everybody should have. So somehow for me it's about identifying that level of quality in people's language and sort of behaviors that for me is really, really inspiring.
I see what you mean, like, but being yourself and people like be confident and dedicate on what you like and enjoy doing it, and that's really important. I like to do that. I like cooking and like know more about people. So I just try to stick with that.
That's excellent, because I think that's so it's through that kind of thing when you feel that people understand that it's very often life, as much as we do a lot for other people. I see life from a very personal and
Yeah.
introspective view, and I feel that there's a lot that we do that is all about personal growth. And
Yeah.
for me, I feel that the more we open up and see how other people um, um, do go through that process of personal growth, I think I get a lot from that. Perhaps I get that from actually being the youngest in my family and
Mm.
seeing a lot of the stuff that my brothers and sisters went through, and it made me feel like it made it easier for me to say what the easier path or the most rewarding path would be for me to take. But so somehow that I still draw a lot of inspiration from observing people behaving in their sort of at their best.
That's a really interesting answer and very inspiring. So,
Thank you.
what are you passionate about in your work then?
Oh, passion is an interesting one, isn't it? I think,
Mm.
funny enough, and of course, I am very, very, very passionate about everything I do and everything that relates to my own performance. But when very often I spend a lot of time seeing people change. Okay, I work a lot with both with managers, executives. I do a lot of personal coaching myself, but I
Hmm.
also work a lot with students. I will work a lot with students, helping them navigate the world of study, the world of academia. I particularly support a lot of Black and ethnicity minority students through some of the mentoring programs that I support at the University of Brighton. And and very often when I hear people say, "Oh, you believe in me more than you believe that I can achieve these things more than I believe in myself," I understand that as a process, a stage in their lives that they cannot really see their full potential just yet.
Yeah.
But somehow, a few weeks, few months, years later, when I see how much those people have progressed, I am really passionate about that kind of work because of the impact I know it has on individuals.
That's a really interesting answer, especially when I understand that because I'm also like student myself though, from Saudi University, and like it's interesting to know from your point of view as a lecturer. So the last question, what are you looking forward to the future then?
Oh, we've been through a lot, haven't we? I mean, throughout the world, we've been through a lot because of the sort of a COVID pandemic,
Yeah.
um, some political decisions or choices that many people felt um, um, have created an environment where there may be a lot more disagreement than agreement. We had all that was in the back of what happened in America with George Floyd, sort of a killing. And now, as we speak today, we are also facing the war in between Russia and
Yeah.
Ukraine. So I mean, the only thing to hope for the future is a place of peace, isn't it? We now, I feel that we are now at a stage where any sort of a armed conflict is one that can have real devastating consequences to the planet, not let alone human beings.
Yeah.
We talk about some very serious sort of a position that is quite difficult to navigate at the moment. So I think what I hope for the future really is a place where that thing about individuality and centeredness, where people feel that it's their individual actions that have the impact in the world. Just like it can be a destructive action, it can
Yeah.
also be a very constructive actions. So I think is that the message of peace and equilibrium that I hope for the future. Work study, everything is secondary if
Yeah.
we are not living in peace.
That's really realistic and wise answer. Yeah, there's so many things going on in the world every day. Like we don't know what's going to happen in the future. The Russia, George Floyd. Yeah, so just hope for the best for the future. I think this is it. Like, thank you very much, Graciano, for speaking with me today. I hope everyone has enjoyed hearing Graciano's thought and interests. And thank you everyone for watching and listening.
Thank you very much, Jedi. It's very nice talking to you.
Have a very lovely rest of your day. Thank you. Goodbye.